Testing, testing, 1, 2, 3. Testing, testing, 1, 2, 3. Audio test was good. I can hear.
So if you go one update or two, you get the top, bottom, and then don't worry about it. All right. Left is Royals. That's all. That's pretty much it. That's it. Okay. So I'll stop back down. I'll keep watching the game. I'll stop back down. And we can just go through the thing for next week. Okay. That way, because I'm not going to next week. I'll be out of town. Yeah, no, but just say glad you were able to come. Just say get that in. Trouble. Brian usually just has me go straight up onto the JVC site and like do things that way. Yeah. I don't think he cares that much. Yeah. Especially doing baseball. Right. I like that better. Even if you just keep it for support. Yeah. You know. Okay. Good. Thanks for coming. I appreciate it. Nice to meet you. Yeah, like I said, I'll stop back down before the game's over. Sounds towards the end of the game.
Yeah. Carl, you otherwise good to go?
I'm good to go. Can you hear me?
Yes, sir.
We are live, just so you know.
Perfect. Carl, we're going to record this to the memory card as well.
Probably should just do that now, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah. All right, we're recording and we're live.
The South Union Township Supervisors presents the South Union Township Sports Network today from Hutchison Park. HARC Baseball on the South Union Township Sports Network. This coverage is a joint cooperative venture with Township Supervisors Bob Schiffbauer, Rick Vernon, and Jason Scott, along with Armstrong and Breezeline Cable, and our friends at CUTV, including Gary Smith. Good evening once again, and welcome to William F. Beaner Field at Hutchison Park for the 10U Championship. We have reached the end of the 10U season. Just two teams remain, the Pirates and the Royals. Joshua Scully and Carl Childs here with you tonight. The Royals look to ascend the championship throne, but will the boys in blue and white walk the plank as the Pirates look to commandeer the title? Carl, we had both of these teams here early tonight. The Pirates in an all-black uniform, white and gold trim. The Royals in a white uniform, some blue trim. The Royals will be treated as our home team, which means the Pirates will get first at bats. These teams both seemed very excited for their opportunity to be out here tonight.
I'm sure they are, Josh. I don't know if you've ever had the opportunity to play in a Summer League championship before, but it's a very exciting moment. These kids will probably never forget.
Great opportunity for them as the Royals continue to loosen and the coaches are going to meet at home plate. Pirates under the direction of Wes Sparks. They are sponsored by Auto Credit Connection and Timeout Batting Cages. The Royals under the guidance of head coach Jason Rosner. They're sponsored by Somerset Trust Company. And we are just a few moments from getting this one underway for you. 79 degrees, your temperature. At 6:52 p.m., we're going to get started maybe a few minutes early here tonight. This was scheduled for a 7 p.m. first pitch, but both teams were very eager and are ready to go. Partly cloudy skies here tonight with a relatively steady breeze coming in off Lake Hutch, right across the center field fence and down to the infield. Artificial infield here at William F. Beaner Field. The outfield is natural grass, and we were told during warm-ups that the grass is a bit muddy and will probably play pretty slowly. So we'll see if that has any influence on tonight's contest. We're scheduled to play 6 innings of baseball, and we're ready to get started now for the Pirates. First at bat, this is Eli Epley, their shortstop. First pitch on the way. This one's going to be a called strike. That's Robert Newman serving as your home plate umpire tonight. Elisha Miller, the pitcher for the Royals. This one swung on and missed, strike 2. Royals again in a crisp white uniform, blue trim, blue hat. 0-2 pitch coming. This one going to miss outside. We'll go 1-2 here on Eli Epley. Epley will be followed by Dash Sparks, the pitcher, and Joey Meadows, the second baseman. Those are your 1, 2, and 3 hitters. Epley chases this one high out of the zone. That's going to be a strikeout for Miller. One down here in the top of the first. Rounding out that Pirates batting order. First pitch here outside to Sparks. 1-0. Hudson Batorik, the catcher, will serve cleanup. Noah Harrison, center, will bat 5. This one hit on the ground, back past Miller. Going to be gloved here by the Royals second baseman and thrown on. Good play there by Caden Rosner to keep his glove on that. 4-3 on the putout, 2 down, as we'll now see Joey Meadows, Cam Mancuso, Levi Scott, Wes DeWitt, Marky John, Sawyer Schaefer rounding out the starting lineup for the Pirates. This one going to be a called strike on Meadows. We saw Meadows a few weeks ago nearly hit for the cycle. He's the number 3 bat in this Pirates order. He swings on this one, and he is down 0-2. So, Carl, as far as this contest is concerned, so far so good for your Royal starting pitcher, Elijah Miller. He's looked pretty sharp, has not thrown too many pitches either, and he's got another strikeout.
Yeah, he looks pretty solid. It seems like the kids are having a hard time keeping up with his speed. We'll see how long that he'll be able to maintain that in this game. But so far, so good.
I want to thank our sponsors tonight, Smith Lewis Chess CPAs in Uniontown, Davis & Davis Attorneys at Law, the Sprouse Insurance Group, and Agent David Hughes, SWGI Specialist, now a part of U.S. Digestive Health, the UPMC Rehabilitation Institute, and physical therapist Jim Burns, United Bank, and the South Union Township Supervisors, Bob Schiffbauer, Rick Vernon, and Jason Scott. The Pirates will now be taking the field as the Royals will enjoy their first at bat, moving in now to the bottom of the first inning. If you're watching this game on BreezeLine or Armstrong Cable, we'd like to let you know that South Union Township Sports Network games and programs are now available live online. It's easy to find. Just log on to youtube.com and search South Union Television, or follow the South Union Township Sports Network on Facebook for program updates. Facebook.com/South Union TV. Subscribe for notifications when we go live. Starting pitcher for the Pirates, Dash Sparks, will take a final moment here to loosen. Here's your starting lineup for the Royals. Shortstop Declan Steiner going to get us started. Second baseman Caden Rosner and pitcher Elisha Miller round out the top 3. That is who is due up here in the bottom of the first. Levi Moore, your cleanup bat. He'll play first base for the Royals. Rory Webster at third will bat 5th. Jet Bilpa batting 6th, playing center field. Lincoln Covert, the catcher, bats 7. Weston Wolf, the left fielder, will bat 8. And rounding out the lineup, your right fielder, Brantley Rogers. So we'll see if Dash Sparks is able to duplicate the performance that Elisha Miller did in the top of the first inning, where Miller was very crisp. South Union Township Sports Network, happy birthday today to baseball legend, the Big Cat, Andres Galarraga, born today in 1961.
There's a name I haven't seen and heard in a while.
Yeah, the Big Cat, one of my favorite players when I was a kid, and actually during that time, late 80s, early 90s, he was the favorite player of my father, Andres Galarraga. Bottom 1, no score. 10U championship here on the South Union Township Sports Network. Pitch on the way from Sparks. This one's going to miss outside. 1-0 now to Declan Steiner. Steiner, Rosner, Miller. That's who we're expecting to see again. The Royals guided through this season by Jason Rosner, sponsor, Somerset Trust Company. Swing and a miss here from Steiner, 1-1. Pirates under the direction of Wes Sparks, Timeout Batting Cages, and Auto Credit Connection, your Pirates sponsors. This one's going to miss outside. 2-1 to Steiner. Breeze certainly feels pretty good, Carl, and given the still relatively high temperature, about 79 degrees right now, I'm sure the players appreciate that too. This one misses outside. We go 3-1.
Yeah, that was one of my thoughts. We've kind of had like a later winter later summer this year, but I'm wondering if the Pirates players are appreciating this, considering they have to wear all black uniforms tonight.
Indeed. Pitch on the way here is going to be hit on the ground hard, and it's into left field. And it's going to be scooped up there by the Pirates left fielder, and going for second and in safely is going to be Declan Steiner, leadoff double. Good throw there by Cam Mancuso. Again, we're told the outfield tonight is going to play very slowly. There are some difficult spots, especially in right field. Upstairs here for the Royals' second bat, Caden Rosner. The Royals with a runner in scoring position. We like to say a duck on the pond for the Royals. We'll say we've got a king on the throne here. This one's going to be in for a called strike. 1-1 your count. Good crowd here on hand tonight. Right behind the press box. I think this is the Pirates section here. Off to our left. This one's going to be fouled back and down Stadium Drive. Colton Shurry going to get that ball. I know him.
So, Josh, for those of us that might not know, myself, absolutely, the steal rule for the 10 and up league, are they allowed to steal after ball passes?
After a ball passes, they are not.
They are not. So we won't
this
see
one's
any
in for a
stealing
strike.
tonight?
I'll double check that rule for you, Carl, because I'm second guessing myself now. I might be confusing coach pitch. Let me pull those up because that could certainly factor into the contest here. Strikeout recorded. And one out. This one hit on the ground pretty hard into center field. And that's probably going to score a run off the bat of Elisha Miller. And Miller is going to get the single and an RBI. And we're going to go 1-0 now in favor of the Royals. Carl, I've got an answer for you. As I'm deferring to the rule book, our listeners may be curious about this too. Players in 10U may leave their base after the ball has passed the batter or has been hit. And speaking of a hit, this one gets dropped into left. And it's going to be scooped up there by Mancuso. But this is going to be a double easy for Levi Moore. And the ball nearly gets away on the throw. And Elisha Miller all the way around into third base. Back-to-back hits here for the Royals in the bottom of the first inning. Moore came up swinging, and now we're going to see Rory Webster. Modified stealing is permitted as follows, and after this pitch, I'll read that as follows. This one going to be fouled off the plate by Rory Webster. Webster wears number 99. Base runner may leave the occupied base once the ball has passed the batter. A base runner may only advance one base on a steal attempt. This one's going to be a called strike. 0-2. There's a clarification in the rule book. It says a ball that is batted in play does not constitute as an overthrow. This only applies to attempted steals and passed balls. Play is dead at the umpire's discretion. This one hit on the ground. Going to score a run on the backside of the play. And the base runner is going to be safe at third and first. Webster able to leg that one out. And he picks up the RBI. This game goes 2-0 in favor of the Royals now. A third consecutive hit. And runners on the corners for the Royals. Just one down. Jet Bilpa, the center fielder, will step up. Pitch on the way. This one misses outside. Players may not advance on an overthrow caused by a steal attempt. A base runner may not steal home under any circumstances. This one called strike. Catches the outside corner of the plate. 1-1.
I was always a fan of the art of the steal, which made my question come to light.
This one going to be fouled back. Definitely in 12U, Carl, in this league, we see a lot of stolen bases in 12U. Quite a few teams are very aggressive on the bases. Bilpa looking to bear down here. We'll take this one inside. Just one out, bottom one. The Royals lead 2-0 and threaten to potentially do more. This pitch going to be fouled back, so Bilpa will fight and stay alive here. Dash Sparks will come set. Now he kicks and deals. Pitch on the way. This one is well struck into right field. And it's going to get down there. A run will score. And Bilpa thinks better of two. He comes back. But making it all the way out to third base is Webster. And now Bilpa will advance on the backside of the play. So another RBI. Good-looking hit there by Bilpa. Really just dropped that one right into right field. 3-0 your score. Lincoln Covert now at the plate. Two Royals in scoring position. Swing and a miss from Covert. He'll go down 0-1. Joshua Scully and Carl Childs here with you tonight on a beautiful Wednesday evening at Hutchison Park. Swinging and missing is Covert.
Couldn't ask for a better evening.
Absolutely not. Beautiful, beautiful evening. Steady breeze. Helps with the sun. The shadows becoming a bit longer. This one misses outside. 1-2. Sparks will kick and deliver here. This one going to be right over the heart of the plate for a strike. And a big strikeout there recorded by Sparks.
Nice way to bounce back for the pitcher for the Pirates.
Yes, absolutely. 2 outs. This is a very significant at-bat for Weston Wolf, who, as he fouls this one back, could really break the game open early. 3-0 as it stands, but a couple of kings on the throne, if you will. 2 runners in scoring position. This one's going to miss outside. 1-1. Some cloud cover. Moving in now for this pitch, and this one's going to also be outside. 2-1. We want to thank our umpires tonight for the work they're doing for us. Of course, we always thank our coaches. They are volunteers giving of their time and energy to make these young men better players. This one's going to be hit right to first base, and that's going to be an unassisted put-out. Ball grounded right down the first base line, and a relatively clean play there made by Levi Scott. He scoops it up, takes a couple of quick steps, and he retires the side. So we have played 1 inning here at Hutchison Park. Your score in favor of the Royals right now, 3-0. This is the 10U championship on the South Union Township Sports Network. We'll be back in 1 moment. Welcome back to the South Union Township Sports Network. This, of course, is a cooperative venture with Township Supervisors Bob Schiffbauer, Rick Vernon, and Jason Scott, along with Armstrong and Breezeline Cable, and our friends at CUTV, including Gary Smith, Joshua Scully, Carl Childs, here with you tonight. Carl and I will be back in action as well Monday evening for some coach pitch over at Meadowbrook Park. Bill Dice and I will be with you tomorrow evening. I believe Bill and I will also have some coach pitch action for you tomorrow. Actually, check that. I think Carl and I may have T-ball Monday night at Meadowbrook. Coach pitch tomorrow does appear to be on the schedule, and Elisha Miller is back on the mound. Pirates unable to do anything in the top of the first. Now Hudson Batorik, Noah Harris, and Cam Mancuso do up. And we'll see if the Pirates catcher can give the Pirates their first base runner here. Top of the second inning, Breeze picking up just a little bit. Now coming in from left field, blowing off Lake Hutch. This one going to miss up high. Second inning now underway, 1-0. Carl, good start for the Royals. You had a tremendous top of the first defensively. Miller doing some heavy lifting for you. Now 1-1 the count here. And then the Royals strike for 3 in the bottom of the first.
Yeah, I think that the smartest thing the Pirates could do in this game, because it seems like Miller's going to be a problem, was make him throw pitches.
And this one's going to drop in for Batorik, who is into second base with a leadoff double. And Carl, I think you're right. I think you, if you're the Pirates, would love to see Miller work a bit. And here's a good start to that. We talked about the outfield playing a little slowly right now because of the mud. It's going to be hard for these outfielders to get to where they want to be. This one a called strike. Now the base runner goes, and he is just able to miss the tag. Stolen base for Baturik. Good throw down to third base there, Carl, by Lincoln Covert.
Yeah, he just missed that one.
Just missed on the tag. This pitch gets away, makes the count go 1-1. But a really good crowd here on hand tonight. Plenty of seating behind us. Folks bringing their own chairs, sitting in the back of pickup trucks. This one going to be fouled back. Count goes 1-2. Some bleacher seating down the left field line. Some folks out there as well. And quite a few also off to our right, just beyond the press box. This one misses up high, so continuing to battle here is Noah Harris. Harris will be followed by Cam Mancuso, Levi Scott. Also maybe seeing some action here if the Pirates keep up the good work. And this is a full count, the first full count the Pirates have seen this evening. Elisha Miller, number 28, was really, really good in the first inning. He's going to issue a walk here. And the Pirates now have 2 base runners for Cam Mancuso. One of those base runners, of course, in scoring position, just one station away at third base. First pitch way upstairs. Cam Mancuso going to leave that one in the attic. Want to give a shout out to Bill Dice, who dropped by, and this one's going to be a strike as Mancuso comes around on that one. Made sure Carl and I were ready to rock and roll. Carl, of course, did all the heavy lifting. This one upstairs. And throw down to second base to try to get Harris is going to be off the mark, so Harris gets a stolen base there. Mancuso now with 2 ducks on the pond in scoring position. A couple of Pirates in the galley, if you will. This one is going to be well hit by Mancuso, and it's into left field. And look out. That left field has been tricky all night. Mancuso, a 2 RBI double, and he wants time. And he's on his feet.
Just like that, the Pirates are back in the game.
Just like that. Baturik and Harris coming around to score, and this game is now 3-2. And Levi Scott will face Miller. Here's the pitch. This one going to be swung on and missed. 0-1. Levi Scott playing first base tonight. Had the fine unassisted play to end the first inning. Now he's going to try to get it done at the plate. Here's the second pitch of the at-bat. This one's going to miss, and it allows the base runner to move up. Mancuso slips up to third base.
Pirates not afraid to be aggressive on a base paths, even though they're down.
Absolutely not. 1-2 count now as Scott offers. Beautiful night here at Hutchison Park. The Geese are currently all taking a swim over by the clubhouse. This one's going to miss up high. Elisha Miller looking for an out here. Top 2. Scott gets a piece, fouls this one back. Continues to battle. He has seen 5 pitches in this at bat. And Carl, your words are prophetic in the sense that the Pirates have made Miller work just a little bit harder here in inning number 2. This one going to be popped up and drifting back into left field, and now there's going to be a collision, and Carl, hopefully everybody is okay. Levi Scott is going to end up on second, and Mancuso is able to score, and right now the score is 3-3. Everybody back on their feet.
Yeah, you hate to see a play like that.
Steiner and Weston Wolf colliding. Declan Steiner had drifted into left to make a play on that. And the outfield has continued to be problematic for both teams. You can see the outfielders really struggling to move.
Yeah, I believe every ball we've seen in the outfield has caused problems today for both teams.
And the baseballs that have been recovered from the outfield have often needed some help. I can see the infield umpire working on a ball right now, trying to dry it off. Swing and a miss here from West DeWitt. He goes down 0-1. Pirates have plated 3 runs here in the top of the second. They've got a runner on second base. And this one is going to be hit foul sharply into the pines. off behind the Pirates dugout, 0-2. Wes DeWitt to be followed by Marky John. John has stepped out on deck. Sawyer Schaefer in the hole. This one will miss. DeWitt will get to see one more. Miller has now pitched over 20 pitches here in this inning. In the first inning, by comparison, he had to throw just 8. This one's going to be swung on and missed, and Miller will pick up his third K. Strikeout recorded, 1 down. Marky John will step up now. John playing third base tonight for the Buccos. Pitch on the way from Miller. This one going to be a called strike. Base runner going to go. Throw is in time, but base runner able to get in. Levi Scott picks up a stolen base. Marky John now has a teammate just one station away. That would give the Pirates the lead. This one going to miss outside, 1-1.
Not every day you get to see the Pirates in a championship game.
I'm glad you said it, Carl. This one is going to be a called strike. Pirates and Royals, what a great World Series matchup that would be. Nearly happened about 10 years ago. Pirates had a string of a couple of good seasons. Of course, the Pittsburgh Pirates. This one is going to be hit foul. Would have almost definitely played it a run had John been able to keep that fair. Very close. Pittsburgh Pirates had a good run there about 10 years ago. The Kansas City Royals had a good run at the same time. And they're going to call that an out because John had 2 strikes and bunted the ball foul. They called that a bunt. Sawyer Schaefer, final batter of the order, will face Miller for the first time. Strike 2 on the books, 0-2. Miller is 1 strike away from 3 consecutive strikeouts. This one going to be upstairs, 1-2. Happy birthday from the South Union Township Sports Network to Buffalo Bills great Bruce Smith as this one misses outside. Bruce Smith, born today in 1963. 2-2 pitch coming. This one sends Schaefer out of the way. Now we got a full count. Miller's closing in on 30 pitches here in this inning alone. And this one's going to miss, and Schaefer draws the walk. And the lineup's going to flip over here in inning number 2 for the Pirates. And Eli Epley, who went down with a strikeout, swung at a 1-2 pitch and did not connect. This one going to miss inside, 1-0. We've seen Epley generate some really good contact here. This one will miss as well. I hear someone beating a trash can somewhere, Carl. I don't know what that means.
Is that a Houston Astros reference?
I hope not. 2-1. Pitch to Epley for Miller. This one is hit sky high. That one would have got over top of the Fayette County Courthouse. And it's going to drop into right field. And a run will score. And Schaefer thought about going to third. Instead, he drifts back. Epley is safe. Back at first base. Schaefer at second. And the Royals want to have a discussion here as Levi Scott came around to score to give the Pirates the lead as it stands 4-3. Now, Carl, the Fayette County Courthouse is 188 feet tall, but that one had to be close to getting over top of it. Epley hit that one into the clouds. Not an easy play for anyone who's closing in on that. Again, especially granted that the infield here is artificial, but slow track in the outfield tonight.
Yeah, the outfield's been causing a lot of problems for this game for both sides of the team.
Dash Sparks, the pitcher for the Pirates, will take on his mound opponent. This one is going to be struck into right, And that one's going to get down as well. And they're going to try to get Sparks at second, but they will not. Sparks is in, and now Epley's going to try to score on the backside of that, and he's safe, and Sparks is going to get up to third. Break up the Bucks. The Pirates add 2 more. They now lead 6-3, and that's going to do it here. The Pirates have maxed out their capacity to score. Here in the second inning, they put up a 6 spot, and they lead the game 6-3. That means when the Pirates return to the plate in inning number 3, we're going to see Joey Meadows as their leadoff bat. But Carl, Pirates could not ask for much more than what they got there in the top of that second inning. Plenty of hitting and some very sharp eye work, too. They drew a couple of walks, which never hurts.
Yeah, that was a very solid inning for them offensively. I'm sure we had some questions after the first inning because Miller looked like he was going to be pitching a pretty good game. But the Pirates managed to make him throw some pitches and turn things around in the second inning.
And, Carl, just for clarification, as the home plate umpire, Robert Newman, explained to the Royals dugout that 6th run will not count, as the inning technically ended when the Pirates scored their 5th run.
It's good to know.
So the score will be 5-3 as opposed to 6-3. And the Royals are going to lead off with right fielder Brantley Rogers. Sparks back on the mound for the Pirates. Brantley Rogers, right fielder for the Royals. Right-handed batter's box. Here's the first pitch from Sparks. Swung on and missed. Rogers goes down 0-1. Just for clarification for anyone watching at home, no team may score more than 5 runs per inning unless the inning is, according to any other rule, or would otherwise be the final inning of the game. This rule does not apply to the 6th inning, so the Pirates are capped at 5, and the score will be 5-3. And we may have some equipment adjustment happening here. Also, just keep this in mind too, if any 10U team has a 12-run lead, the team with the lead will be given the win if 3.5 or 4 innings have been completed. The home team will get its last at-bats. Time limit for any 10U game shall be 2 hours from the time the game has started. Equipment is corrected. Sparks will offer to Rogers. And Rogers swings and misses, and he goes down 0-2. So officially your score is 5-3 here in the bottom of the second inning, Hutchison Park. William F. Beener Field, Joshua Scully, Carl Childs with you tonight. This one is going to be a called strike 3, and Rogers is down. A 3rd strikeout for Dash Sparks. Royals go to the top of their order. Declan Steiner led us off with a double for the Royals back in the first inning. He scored a run. We'll see how the Royals fare second time through. This one going to be outside. And, Carl, the Royals were very effective their first time through. The Pirates will, unless they want a true shootout here, will not want that to happen again.
No, I don't think they would. I will say I don't think we'll be having to worry about the 2-hour game limit with the pace of play between these two teams.
Yeah, both teams ready to go. Both were very eager. We're here early. 3-0 count now to Declan Steiner. Steiner pretty quick on the bases. A free pass to him is probably going to result in a steal attempt or two. Here's the 3-0 pitch. It's going to be hit well into center field. And well played there by the Pirates. They're going to hold Steiner to just a single, and Steiner made some good contact. He's now 2 for 2. Ball was hit right at the Pirates center fielder, Noah Harris, who stayed on top of it. Harris playing out there in the shadow of the scoreboard and one of the light poles. So battling the shadows in the outfield, not going to make life any easier. Here's a foul ball hit nearly to a moving vehicle and down Stadium Drive. 0-1, Caden Rosner. Last time through, struck out on a 1-2 pitch. Now he's going to ground one to third, and the Pirates try to go for the force out. They won't get it. Steiner able to beat it, and Rosner will be awarded the single. Now he's 1 for 2, ahead of Elijah Miller. Miller singled last time, drove in a run. First run of the game was his RBI.
Can't help but think he's going to want to try to get some of them runs back.
I would think so, too. He's going to look at a pitch down low here, and the runners are both going to execute a double steal, and pretty sharply. Stolen bases all around, Steiner and Rosner. 1-0 count to Miller.
Sure Miller's licking his chops to try to tie this one back up.
He could here with a big hit, and he's going to get under this one, and drifting over for the Pirates and making a fine catch. Maybe coming a little further than he expected there was Joey Meadows. That ball really began to drift back toward the first base side of the field, and Meadows took a few steps at the very end, gave that one the glove. 2 outs. Levi Moore, who doubled last time on an 0-2 pitch. He takes a ball this time, 1-0. Dash Sparks so far, 3 strikeouts to his credit. Trying to limit the Royals here. This one's going to miss outside. 2-0. Steiner and Rosner in scoring position for the Royals. This one is going to be a called strike. Edge of the plate. 2-1. Pitch from Sparks now on the way. This one's going to miss outside as well. 3-1. Coming up for the next break, we have our South Union Township Sports Trivia. This one going to be fouled back sharply and well caught by a Royals coach right in front of the press box. Full count now for Levi Moore. High stakes pitch coming from Dash Sparks. Here it is. And this one's going to be popped up, and it's going to go to Meadows again, and Meadows again making the catch. Putting the glove on it. 2 consecutive pop-outs to end the inning, and your score holds 5-3 going into inning number 3. Sports trivia tonight on the South Union Township Sports Network is going to concern the Pittsburgh Pirates and the Kansas City Royals. Carl, that interleague matchup has happened 45 times. Carl, here's how we do sports trivia. You unfortunately have to participate because someone has to participate. You're going to get a multiple choice question, and you get to think about it for 1 inning.
Okay.
So we'll give the answer in exactly 1 inning from right now. The next time you see the Royals take the field, we're going to go with our answer. So that will be the top of the 4th inning. And here's your sports trivia question. Pittsburgh Pirates, Kansas City Royals, they have faced each other 45 times, going all the way back to 1997 when interleague play was first introduced. How many times have the Pirates won in those 45 meetings? Now, here's your choices. A, 17 times. B, 22 times. C, 27 times. Or D, 30 times. And 45 meetings against the Kansas City Royals going all the way back to 1997. How many times have the Pittsburgh Pirates won? 17, 22, 27, or 30 in 1 inning? We'll give our answer. Carl will take his guess. A, 17, B, 22, C, 27, D, 30. And those teams will meet later this summer, actually, in July, Pirates and Royals.
Am I giving you my answer now?
You can think about it for 1 inning, Carl.
Okay.
You can read the tea leaves for 1 inning. 45 total meetings. Here's Miller going to work. This one going to be bounced and right to the Royals' first baseman. Good job there, Levi Moore. Made that look easy. Meadows with the ground out to get us started in inning number 3. Now we'll see Hudson Batorik. Batorik last time really got things going for the Pirates. He led off the 2nd inning, doubled, stole a base, scored a run. This time he's going to pop this one back out of play and off a garage and into a yard down Stadium Drive. 0-1. Miller will kick and deal. This one going to be upstairs. We'll go 1-1. Great game so far. 5-3 your score. 2 innings on the books. This one hit on the ground, and Royals will make that routine. Good-looking play there. Caden Rosner, 4-3 on the putout. Caden's looked just fine in the field so far for the Royals. Now Noah Harris will face Miller. Miller trying to put together his second 1-2-3 inning. This one misses outside. Miller so far in this inning has thrown just 4 pitches to this point. Pitch on the way to Harris. This one a called strike.
Big difference from the second inning. Both these pitchers have come back in the next inning after losing some damage.
This one pretty well hit in the right field. And it's going to get down, and off to the races is Noah Harris. Harris is thinking 3. He's around second. And now Harris is going to push it for home. No, he turns back. The throw's wide. Now Harris is in no man's land. He's going to go back to third base with a triple. Big hit there by Noah Harris. And Carl, he probably could have scored there.
Yeah, if he would have committed to that, I think he might have had it. But sometimes you don't want to get too carried away and give up a chance for another run.
This one fouled sharply back by Mancuso. Harris now 1 for 1 with a walk. Last time through, Harris walked, stole a base, scored a run, and now he's going to start at third base this time. Cam Mancuso doubled last time, picked up a couple of RBIs. This one's going to miss outside. 1-1 now the count to Cam Mancuso. Mancuso doubled, drove in 2, stole a base, scored a run. Busy night for him. Swung on and missed. We're going to go 1-2 now. This is a big pitch coming for Elijah Miller. Could erase the base runner and the Pirates right here. This one hit off the plate. That's going to be called foul. Good call by Robert Newman. Mancuso will jog back to the batter's box here. Again, the Pirates tonight with the Royals 10U championship on the South Union Township Sports Network. We got started just before the 7 o'clock hour, 7:31 now. Air temperature 78 degrees, partly cloudy skies. This one upstairs. Great crowd on hand tonight to take this one in. Breeze has died down just a bit. This one going to miss up high, and now the count goes full. And this is indeed a big pitch. Cam Mancuso doubled last time, but so did Levi Scott, and Scott's on deck. Scott doubled, scored a run, stole a base in the midst of that as well. And they're going to say that Mancuso offered here, and he's down on strikes. And that's going to do it. Pirates coach wanted an appeal to the infield umpire, and I do believe he confirmed it there for us, Carl.
He did.
So the Royals able to hold the Pirates to nothing in the third inning. Miller facing just 4 batters. And we'll move now into the bottom of the third, and we'll see the boys in blue and white come back to the plate and see if they can't cut down on this Pirates lead. Thank you, as always, for checking us out on the South Union Township Sports Network. Joshua Scully along with Carl Childs tonight. This network coverage is a joint cooperative venture with Township Supervisors Bob Schiffbauer, Rick Vernon, and Jason Scott, along with Armstrong and Breezeline Cable and our friends at CUTV, including Gary Smith. Gary, if you're listening tonight, hope you're enjoying your summer so far. We want to thank our sponsors as well, Smith Lewis Chess CPAs in Uniontown, Davis & Davis Attorneys at Law, the Sprouse Insurance Group, and Agent David Hughes, SWGI Specialist, now a part of U.S. Digestive Health, the UPMC Rehabilitation Institute and physical therapist Jim Burns, United Bank, and the South Union Township Supervisors Bob Schiffbauer, Rick Vernon, and Jason Scott. Bill Dice and I will be back in action tomorrow night on the South Union Township Sports Network with Coach Pitch from Meadowbrook. Carl and I will be back with you on Monday for T-ball from Meadowbrook. And I do believe Bill and I will be with you this Friday as well. But exactly what we'll be broadcasting, I am not sure. So we'll find out when I get here. Bill probably knows, but he's not with us tonight. And we'll see the Royals now. Bottom of inning number 3. This is the championship game. Both teams have come to play tonight. Rory Webster Single, drove in a run last time. He's going to face Sparks here in the bottom of inning number 3. This one grounded, foul, sharp off the links.
So, Josh, for your trivia question, before we forget.
Yeah, would you like to submit your guess?
I'm going to say B, 22.
And that is correct, Carl. Very good job. In 45 meetings, the Pittsburgh Pirates have won 22. The Royals have won 23. Called strike here against Webster, 0-2. The Pirates, of course, do not fare very well in interleague play. And so the fact that they have this sort of mark against the Royals is a good thing for them. This one misses, skips across the plate. We will have a second trivia question coming for you later in the game. Also multiple choice. 1-2 pitch on the way to Webster. This one going to be fouled back. Webster staying alive.
You know, I felt like that was a bit of a trick question because the Royals haven't exactly been a stellar organization themselves.
They have not been. They've been better, let's say, over the last decade. This one misses outside. Count goes 2-2.
Yeah.
But they have not been. That is a very good point.
Let's call it competitive.
Yeah. Also a small market team. This is in for a strike, and Webster is down on strikes. Webster now 1 for 2, and Sparks has picked up his 4th strikeout tonight. Doing a pretty good job here for the Pirates. He'll face Bilpa now, 1 for 1 with an RBI. Pitch on the way here. This one's going to miss outside.
Yeah, Sparks, after that first inning, really locked inning. You know, he's really going at the batters and doing a good job.
Yeah, and he's thrown very few pitches since the first inning. This one's going to miss as well. 2-0 to Jet Bilpa. Sparks faced 2 batters in the previous inning where he threw just 2 pitches. And this is a called strike. 2-1. Happy birthday from the South Union Township Sports Network to singer and songwriter Paul McCartney, born today in 1942. This one's going to be popped up. Will be a tough play to make. It bounces foul. I don't believe it touched anybody, and it has landed in foul territory. And it is officially a foul ball. 2-2 now the count. Sparks will come set. And this one's outside. Full count now to Jet Bilpa. Big pitch coming. Full count offering. Swung on and missed. And another strikeout recorded by Sparks. Back-to-back strikeouts. And now he'll face Lincoln Covert, who was a strikeout victim last time through. Covert 0 for 1. Also, happy birthday tonight to Australian actor and director Nick Tate. This one hit on the ground to Eli Epley. Epley up, throws on, and gets him by a step on the putout. Big one there, 6'3", Eli Epley with the arm strength to get it done. And the Royals held to nothing here in the 3rd frame. We'll travel now into the 4th. Your score, 5-3 on the South Union Township Sports Network, the 10U Championship. Thank you, as always, for joining us. Joshua Scully along with Carl Childs tonight. We want to thank our sponsors again. They have made it possible for us to be here with you tonight. Smith Lewis Chess CPAs in Uniontown. Davis & Davis, attorneys at law, the Sprouse Insurance Group, and Agent David Hughes, SWGI specialist, now a part of U.S. Digestive Health, the UPMC Rehabilitation Institute, and physical therapist Jim Burns, United Bank, and South Union Township supervisors Bob Schiffbauer, Rick Vernon, and Jason Scott. One more birthday wish from the South Union Township Sports Network. Happy birthday to Clifton Campbell, famous American sprinter, born today in 1967. Clifton, if you're listening, happy birthday. We hope you enjoyed your day. We have got listeners, Carl, from across the nation, certainly across Pennsylvania here for HARC Baseball, but also some national audience as well. We've had listeners from the Midwest join us this season across the Eastern Seaboard as well. Folks checking out their grandparents here, their grandchildren. Grandparents joining us in some cases from afar on the South Union Township Sports Network. Fourth inning, we're scheduled to play 6. Carl, that means we're halfway, and the score is 5-3 in favor of the Pirates. Levi Scott, Wes DeWitt, Marky John, due up. And a new pitcher for the Royals. Swinging and missing here is Levi Scott. The new pitcher is Levi Moore. So this is Levi Moore facing Levi Scott. Second pitch of the AB going to be fouled up over top of the Pirates' dugout, off the roof, and then back onto the street. Elisha Miller worked 3 innings. Struck out 5 Pirates. Really came out of the game very, very strong here. Came out of the gate, that is, very strong for the Royals. This one going to be fouled back, and Scott continues to battle, trying to stay alive here. Scott last time through doubled, stole a base. DeWitt and John, both strikeout victims last time through. And they're going to have Scott down on strikes here as he went around. So, first batter faced by Levi Moore, and Moore strikes him out. Wes DeWitt at the plate. Swings and misses here, goes down 0-1. DeWitt last time through struck out on a full count offering. Moore will come set. He kicks and deals. This one going to miss outside. 1-1 your count on Wes DeWitt. Pirates looking to see if they can't expand upon their lead. This one fouled back. 1-2. Pirates looking right now just to get some base runners maybe before flipping over the lineup to the top of the order. This one goes up high, 2-2. June 18th, 2025, the 10U Championship, Royals and Pirates. That's going to be a called strike, and DeWitt is down looking. Marky John at the plate. This one going to be up high, ball 1.
Not sure if you noticed, Josh, but our current batter has a pencil bat.
Yeah, I really like that. I've seen a few of those this season. It's a good look. Today, June 18th, is International Picnic Day. Hopefully, some of you somewhere had a chance to enjoy a picnic. Strike called on Marky John. John last time was called out on a bunt foul with 2 strikes. This one going to be hit on the ground, but to Miller, who's taken over at first, and he's unassisted there, will step on it, ground out to 3. First baseman Elijah Miller stepping on the bag and retiring the side. So we've now played 3.5. Your score remains 5-3, and we're going to return now to the Royals at the plate with Weston Wolf, Brantley Rogers, and Declan Steiner due up. Wolf last time grounded out. Rogers was a strikeout victim. Steiner 2 for 2. He'll bat third of our expected batters here for the Royals. Also today, June 18th, National Go Fishing Day. May have a few fishermen still out there around the lake.
None that I can see.
No? I suppose I don't see any either, which is unique because usually we catch a couple of evening fishermen out there, but I do not see any.
Unless they're hitting in the right corner.
They must have enjoyed National Go Fishing Day earlier today, perhaps. This will also be one of the longest days of the year, Carl. Sun will set, of course, very late tonight.
Is today summer solstice, or we have a few more days?
Couple more days. Couple more. But we're getting there.
My favorite time of year.
Yeah, mine too. Really love the long days. June 21st will be the solstice this year. Pirates, outfield and infield, ready to go. New pitcher for the Pirates. This is going to be Eli Epley. Epley coming in to replace Sparks. Sparks struck out 5 across 3 innings of work. Epley will move over from short. Epley, of course, had the very nice put out. Lincoln Covert grounded to short in the 3rd inning. 5-3, your score holds here in the 10U championship. Swinging and missing is Wolf. 0-1. Today's also the anniversary, the Battle of Waterloo. Swinging and missing 0-2. Today in 1815, Napoleon defeated at Waterloo. And of course, that has become something of an expression. This one going to miss up high to say that a failure or a downfall was someone's Waterloo. 1-2 pitch on the way. This one way up high, and Wolf dives out of the way. 2-2. Crowd has continued to grow. And this one's going to be hit on the ground. Back to Epley, who throws on, and 1-3 on that put out. Wolf is retired, and Brantley Rogers will jog out. Rogers wears number 44 for the Royals. Last time through, he struck out on a 1-2 pitch. He'll face Epley for the first time tonight, and the wind has suddenly picked up a little bit. This one's going to miss up high, 1-0. Royals, coached by Jason Rosner, have reached the championship here to take on the Pirates. Swinging and missing, Rogers. Somerset Trust Company, the sponsor of the Royals. Somerset Trust currently building a new branch in Brownsville, Pennsylvania. This one's going to miss inside, 2-1. So the footprint of Somerset Trust Company continues to grow. A couple of branches now in the Uniontown area. That's going to be a called strike, 2-2. You, of course, have the new branch downtown. Branch inside the Uniontown Giant Eagle. One also in Hopwood, relatively new. This one's going to miss down low. Count goes full. Also a branch out in Connellsville, Pennsylvania. Now there will be one in Brownsville in addition to one in Perryopolis. That branch right along Route 51. This one down low and offering is Rogers, and he's going to be down on strikes for his second out. And Declan Steiner. Boy, Declan has been busy this evening. 2 for 2. Stolen a base, scored a run, has a double to his credit. Not a bad day's work, Carl.
No, not at all.
2 down. Steiner hits this one right to second, and the throw to first is going to get him by 2 steps. 4-3 on the putout. 1-2-3 go the Royals as they face Eli Epley for the first time. And another 0 put here onto the board. We'll move now into the 5th inning, Carl. This one's starting to get just a bit late. Sawyer Schaefer going to get us started when we return on the South Union Township Sports Network. We'd like to thank our sponsors tonight. Smith Lewis Chess CPAs in Uniontown, Davis & Davis Attorneys at Law, the Sprouse Insurance Group, and Agent David Hughes, SWGI Specialist, now a part of U.S. Digestive Health, the UPMC Rehabilitation Institute, and physical therapist Jim Burns, United Bank, and the South Union Township Supervisors Bob Schiffbauer, Rick Vernon, and Jason Scott. If you're watching this game on Armstrong or Breezeline Cable, we'd like to let you know that South Union Township Sports Network games and programs are now available live online. It's easy to find. Just log on to youtube.com and search South Union Television or follow the South Union Township Sports Network on Facebook for program updates. Facebook.com/South Union TV. Subscribe for notifications when we go live. Last week, we shared on the South Union Township Sports Network a celebratory note. That was that the foundation, the concrete pad at least, for the new Longhorn Steakhouse restaurant in South Union Township has been poured. And now we're going to have a segment that we like to call the South Union Township Rumor Mill. The rumor is that South Union Township will be receiving a 7-brew location in front of the Uniontown Mall. That is a rumor, and if someone is listening and can confirm that, please let us know in the comments. Supposedly that location is going to be where the community bank location was previously. Levi Moore offering here to Schaefer, this one outside. Carl, I have to be honest, I don't even know what a 7-brew is, but the people who told me that were very excited about it.
Yeah, I was going to ask you the same thing. I'm not sure either.
This one up high. I assume it has to be something coffee related.
Unfortunately, I don't think any of our viewers are able to comment right now. I'm not sure how to fix that. I think we got disconnected from the chat at some point.
Well, that'll be okay. They can share their thoughts on that in the future, maybe tomorrow evening or Friday or Monday. Maybe they've heard something different. Just heard that last evening. 3-0 count. Now to Schaefer, who walked last time as well. And he's going to have a strike called here, just catching the outside edge of the plate. 5-3 your score. All the scoring happened early in this game. Moore sends this one in, catches that edge again. Moore last time out in the 4th inning. He struck out 2, induced a ground out. 1-2-3, the Pirates went down. And there's strike 3. 3rd strikeout in 4 batters faced by Levi Moore. Now he'll face Eli Epley, who's 1 for 2 tonight. Epley struck out in the 1st. This one is crushed into left, and look out, it's to the fence. Epley around first, he's thinking 3, he's going to push it past second base. Here's the throw, and just under the tag is Eli Epley with a 1-out triple. And Epley gets a big cheer here from the Pirates section. There are quite a few Pirate fans on hand just to the left of the press box. Here's Dash Sparks, 1 for 2 for Dash tonight, called strike. Sparks grounded into a 4-3 put out first time through, doubled, and drove into in his second at bat. This one hit on the ground, but right back to the pitcher who throws on to Miller. 1-3 on the put out. They're going to give up the run. Epley able to score. 6-3 now in favor of the Pirates. And no one on base for Joey Meadows. 2 down. Meadows swings and misses. 0-1. He's 0 for 2. Strikeout, ground out.
How impressive that hit was against this pitcher with him shutting all these kids down.
Yeah, Levi Moore has not given up much. Really, Epley the only one able to make any solid contact. This one fouled back, and now Meadows in the hole, 0-2. Levi Moore has been very good since coming on in the 4th inning. And he's going to get another strikeout here. Look out. Levi Moore only a little hurt that time through 4 strikeouts and 2 innings of work. Eli Epley hits the triple, scores the run, 6-3. Your score will move now into the bottom of the 5th inning. The Royals looking to go to work. And the good news right now for the Royals, they will see their 2, 3, 4 batters, Caden Rosner, Elisha Miller, Levi Moore, coming up to the plate. And Eli Epley appears to remain the pitcher for the Pirates. We're going to trigger up our second South Union Township sports trivia question. This one deals with the Kansas City Royals, as we see the Royals coming to the plate. Bottom 5, the Royals, if you'd like to see it this way, are down to 6 outs. We're slated to play 6 innings. They trail 6-3. Kansas City, of course, home to the Chiefs. As well as the Royals. Also in Missouri, the city of St. Louis, home to the Cardinals and the Blues. So each of the major cities in Missouri home to 2 professional sports franchises in the Big 4 major sports. Here's the first pitch to Caden Rosner. This one's going to be just a bit inside, 1-0. Our South Union Township sports trivia question is going to be of a geographic nature this time. Pitch on the way from Epley. This one going to be upstairs, 2-0. Question is, what is the state capital of Missouri? This one will also miss, 3-0. Multiple choice, of course.
Thank goodness.
You know, okay, Carl. I thought for one second you may have already known, and we were really teeing you up for an easy one here.
It's been a while.
3-0 becomes a 3-1. Your choices are A, Kansas City, B, St. Louis, C, Joplin, or D, Jefferson City. State capital of Missouri. This one misses up high, and we've got a base runner for the Royals. It is actually, Carl, how about this? It has been a little while since the Royals have had a base runner. You have to go all the way back to the second inning. Caden Rosner, who just drew the walk, he was the last person to reach for the Royals. So you went through the entire Royals lineup once without a base runner. This one's going to miss as well. Elisha Miller, 1 for 2 tonight, single, RBI and a run. Sports trivia upstairs for Miller. We mentioned that Missouri with Kansas City having the Royals and the Chiefs. Miller will look at this one outside, 3-0. St. Louis, the Cardinals and the Blues. Now we need the state capital. Is it A, Kansas City, B, St. Louis, C, Joplin, or D, Jefferson City? We'll share that shortly with you. This one, well struck, but hit on the line, and they're going to double off the runner, Carl. It's a double play.
That was huge for the Pirates. Really,
my goodness.
Really stopped the Royals from getting a chance to get things going.
Joey Meadows with the glove and the flip. And now Levi Moore bats with nobody on. Wow. 1-0. Rory Webster out on deck. Miller, 1 for 2 tonight. Hit a double, scored a run. He's followed by Webster, who's also 1 for 2. And he's going to jump out of the way. This one does more. Epley working him inside. What a change of direction here, Carl. Just a moment ago, after issuing a walk, we had a 3-0 count on Miller. This one's going to miss as well. And Miller hit that one right on the nose. He hit it right at Meadows, though. And then Meadows, great heads-up play, flips it over, gets Rosner off of first. I'm sure Rosner was ready to push it. This one's going to be lifted into left. It gets down. And that's the first hit in a little while for the Royals. But they keep something happening for themselves here as Rory Webster comes up to the plate. That's going to bring Jet Bilpa into the on-deck circle. Webster, again, 1 for 2 tonight. Hit a single, drove in a run. Strikeout victim second time through. Both of those at-bats were against Dash Sparks. So this is his first time swinging and missing. He does here against Epley. This is his first at-bat against Epley, 0-1. Pirates under the direction of Wes Sparks tonight. Sponsors Auto Credit Connection, timeout batting cages. This one misses. Base runner going to go, and he's in comfortably. Good-looking slide there for Levi Moore. even if the Royals can get one here, Carl, you have to feel a little bit better about their situation. Right now they trail by 3. Get that to 2. That does not seem too high a mountain to climb. This one going to be hit foul. Count goes 1 and 2.
No, not at all. And I think that one thing that's important when you're playing a game like this is to not hang your heads and try to stay in there and, continue to make something happen.
Royals looking to do just that. Epley will reset himself here for a 1-2 offering against Rory Webster. This one's way upstairs, and that's going to allow Moore to advance easily to third base. 2-2 count. Epley was solid taking over in the 4th. Ground out from Weston Wolf came right back to him. Then he struck out Rogers and induced a ground out from Declan Steiner. Here in the 5th, he's issued a walk, then had Miller hit into the double play. Moore picks up the single. This one is going to hook foul, so Webster will stay alive. 6-3 your score. The Royals picked up all 3 of their runs in the first inning. The Pirates recorded 5 runs. This one's going to be tipped by Webster. Pirates recorded 5 runs in the second inning, got 1 more in the 5th. That largely thanks to Epley, who hit the big triple. This one going to miss outside. Full count now to Webster. Here it is, way outside, ball 4. Second walk of the inning. And the Royals now have runners on the corners for Jet Bilpa. Bilpa 1 for 2 tonight with an RBI. And it looks like the Pirates would like to talk to their pitcher, and the infield's going to come to the meeting as well. Happy historical birthday. This one's going way back, Carl. We're going to really roll back into some history here. Born today in 1332, John V Paleologus, one of the last emperors of the Byzantine Empire. He was the grandfather of the final emperor, Constantine XI. I pressure washed my house today and listened to a podcast about Byzantine history. That's why I know that. But happy historical birthday to John V. You might say he was a Royal, born today in 1332. This one's going to be hit foul by this Royal, Jet Bilpa, who wears number 10. Bilpa 1 for 2. Boy, a hit here makes this game very interesting. 0-1 pitch, just a bit down low. Home plate umpire tonight, Robert Newman, who also does some coaching for HARC, wearing the blue. This one going to miss outside. And I'll say this, for any of these young pitchers, and I do believe Mr. Newman has done a fine job in this regard tonight. He's been very consistent, and I think any young pitcher has to really appreciate that. This is going to go 3-1. And now we've got a very big pitch here coming to Bilpa because a ball loads the bases. Here's the pitch from Epley. Called strike. Now we go full count. Epley over 20 pitches this inning. Full count offering coming. That one's going to be just touched by Bilpa. Bilpa looking to bear down. A hit here almost certainly scores a run. And here it is. This one's going to be ball 4. Bilpa draws the walk. Bases are loaded.
It's a big at bat whenever you can make a pitcher throw pitches like that. And
oh, absolutely.
Get on base.
Royals with the bases loaded. A royal flush, if you will. This is a huge at bat for Lincoln Covert. And this one goes outside. There's nowhere to put Covert. 1-0 count. This one going to miss outside as well. time taken, and the Pirates may want to discuss again. Covert has a chance to go talk with his coach. Pirates going to meet at the mound. Umpires are now going to walk out to this meeting. Royals really trying to make the best of this situation late in the game. Bottom 5, scheduled to play 6. Another Today in History note. Today in 1812, the United States President James Madison signed the Declaration of War against Great Britain that touched off the War of 1812. That's this date in 1812. Swinging and hitting, this one's Bilpa. Epley gloves it, flips it, done. Pirates get out of a jam. 1-3 on the putout. And we'll go now into what could be the final frame of our 10U championship here on the South Union Township Sports Network. 6-3 your score, Pirates over the Royals. Could be final at bats both ways. The Pirates due up here in the top of the 6th. Hudson Batorik, Noah Harris, Cam Mancuso, they've all had some real success here tonight at the plate. So we'll see if they're able to continue that. And for the Royals right now, more than anything else, Carl, you're looking to play some shutout baseball. Here's the good news. The Royals have been very good defensively since the 3rd inning. If you roll back to the 3rd inning, the Pirates led off with Meadows, who grounded out. Then Batorik grounded out. Harris hits the triple, but Mancuso strikes out. Go to the 4th. Strikeout, strikeout, ground out. Then in the 5th, strikeout, triple hit by Eli Epley. Ground out, strikeout. So the Royals have really done very well. They've given up just 2 hits. And the Pirates, truth be told, had it not been for the 2nd inning, this would be a very different ballgame right now. The Pirates got it done in the 2nd, put up 5 runs, added 1 more in the 5th. 6-3.
Yeah, and I obviously don't have a list of names in front of me, but the pitcher that come in for relief for the Royals has really been throwing a nice game since he came in.
Yeah, Levi Moore, he's been excellent. And he's back out there again. He'll face Batorik, Harris, and Mancuso. Batorik tonight, 1 for 2. Hit a double, stole a base, scored a run. First pitch of the inning from Moore is going to miss down low. 1-0. This is the 6th and potentially the final inning of our 10U championship. Great game here tonight between the Royals and Pirates. Thank you for joining us on the South Union Township Sports Network. Joshua Scully, Carl Childs here with you. And this one's going to be popped up into foul territory and out of play. Count goes 1-1 now against Hudson Batorik. Batorik has done something on a 1-1 count every at bat. First time through, 1-1 count, doubled. Second time through, 1-1 count. 4-3 on the putout, ground out. Here's a 1-1 pitch. This one in the dirt. 1-2. Long shadows now across the infield and the outfield as the sun begins to disappear behind some trees beyond the right field fence. William H. Beaner Field at Hutchison Park. Beautiful facility. Pitch on the way. This one hit sharply on the ground, but right back to Moore, who flips on to Miller. 1-3 on the putout, and now we'll see Noah Harris. Harris 1 for 1 tonight. Hit a triple, stole a base, scored a run, drew a walk. First time through. First time he'll get to see Moore, though. Pitch from Moore. Swung on and missed. 0-1. This game has really been something of a pitcher's duel if you shave off the bottom of the 1st and the top of the 2nd. Some great pitching. This one hit on the ground. Shortstop up with it. Throw on to first, and Miller gives it the glove. And what a fine-looking play by Declan Steiner. 6-3. Cam Mancuso. 3rd time he's coming to the plate. Cam tonight, 1 for 2. Couple of RBIs. Hit a double first time through. Stole a base, scored a run. First time facing Levi Moore. This is a called strike. Moore has really been strong. Miller was just fine. He was the starter for the Royals. He struck out 5 batters in 3 innings of work. Moore has been tough to hit, though. This one's inside, 1-1. Moore, since he came on, has racked up 4 strikeouts, induced 2 ground balls back to himself. Gave up the triple. This one hit on the ground, right to Steiner. Steiner got it, throws on to first, and by a step, maybe less than that, Miller gives it the glove. And here we go, Carl. We're heading in to the bottom of the 6th here on the South Union Township Sports Network. Don't leave us now. The Royals have 3 outs. They need 3 runs. 6-3. The Royals are going to send to the plate. They're 8-9-1 hitters. Weston Wolf, Brantley Rogers, Declan Steiner. And it does look like the Pirates will continue to have Eli Epley on the mound. Weston Wolf 0 for 2 tonight. Brantley Rogers 0 for 2. Declan Steiner 2 for 3. Carl, we're ready for our second South Union Township Sports Trivia answer. This one related specifically to Kansas City and really the state of Missouri. We mentioned the Royals, Chiefs, both playing in Kansas City. In St. Louis, you've got the Blues. You've got the Cardinals. We're looking for the state capital. Is it A, Kansas City, B, St. Louis, C, Joplin, or D, Jefferson City? Carl.
I know it's not the first 2, but I'm going to go C, Joplin.
Carl, that's a good guess.
It's
Correct
Jefferson
answer
City.
is Jefferson City. But, Carl, you're 1 for 2 tonight. That's 500.
I'll take it.
Not a bad outing for Carl. Eli Epley getting some last-minute instruction here. Epley, since he came on in the 4th, has not given up very much. He's walked some batters. He's surrendered just 1 hit. Now here we go. 10U championship on the South Union Township Sports Network. Pirates and Royals. Joshua Scully, Carl Childs here with you tonight. 6-3. And this one's going to be inside. And just getting out of the way of that one, Weston Wolf. Epley did have to work a lot in inning number 5. He walked 3 batters. All 3 of his walks, check that, 2 of his walks issued on full count pitches, 1-1 now. One of the walks issued on a 3-1. Epley did induce the double play in inning number 5. Here's the 1-1 pitch. And this one's going to be hit on the ground. It's a tough play. Carl from deep short. Here's the throw. And safe is Weston Wolf. And time taken. And they're going to say that Wolf overran the bag and turned, but he's safe at first. They tried to get him on a late tag.
Almost a costly mistake. But
Big hit.
Big hit.
That's how you've got to start it.
Solid hit.
Brantley Rogers getting some last-minute instruction. He's 0 for 2 tonight. The Royals just need some base runners. They want some traffic. Pitch on the way. This one going to be downstairs. 1-0.
We've seen some great pitching, but I also want to add that there's been some great defense.
Yes,
That was a
there
nice
has
play.
been, Carl, especially from short and second tonight for both teams. Swinging and missing, Rogers. Rogers struck out on 3 pitches in the second inning. He struck out on a full count offering in inning number 4. Declan Steiner, 2 for 3 tonight. He comes out on deck. Caden Rosner in the hole. This one going to miss just outside. And, Carl, this has been something of a home game for the Pirates. The number of spectators here in support of the Pirates wearing their black and gold. Incredible. This one hit on the ground, and it's going to be cut off at third, and the throw is not in time. My goodness, Carl. My goodness. Runners on first and second, and Declan Steiner, who is 2 for 3 tonight with a double, a stolen base, and a run. He's ready to step in. Carl, that was a very close play. Well played by the Pirates.
Yeah, some nice hits, some good defense. Just unfortunate to not be able to make a play.
This one upstairs to Steiner. Steiner tonight He hit the double on a 3-1 pitch the first time through. Hit a single on a 3-0 pitch. This one's going to be hit again to third, and it's going to find its way through. And they're going to send the runner. And a run scores. And will they score two, Carl? Here comes Rogers, and he's going to be out. No, safe. Safe is the call on the backside. Steiner to third. Steiner's on his feet. He's running for home. And Declan Steiner has just tied the game. My goodness.
Unfortunate chain of events there for
Wow.
the Pirates. I think now would be a good time for a coach to call time and make sure he keeps the kids' heads back in the game.
This one up high to Rosner. Yikes. 6-3, now 6-6. This one going to be hit on the ground but foul. Tie game as it stands. The Royals have cleared the bases, so if they're going to walk this one off, they need to start back from the beginning here. Epley upstairs. Wolf singles, Rogers singles on what was nearly a force out. The Pirates went for Wolf at second, couldn't get him. This one fouled back. Then Steiner hits the triple, drives in two initially, and then scores on the overthrow. They nearly had him at third base. This is a called strike and a big strike. Rosner down. Strikeout.
Solid way to bounce back and keep your team in the game.
So the Pirates right now need 2 outs. Tie game, 1 down. Miller and Moore, we'll see at least them. Miller tonight, 1 for 3. Scored a run. And this one is a laser beam, hit the center. This is trouble, Carl. It's all the way to the fence. Miller around first. He's going for 2. Now he wants 3. And he's going to be called back. And the throw would have probably had him, so a good decision there. And Miller is now 2 of 4. And he is the winning run.
That was a nice hit.
Beautiful hit, that one. Would love to see the exit velocity on that. He really torched it. Levi Moore, Rory Webster. We should see, lest something really bizarre happen here, we should see both if the Royals do not walk it off. Runner in scoring position is Miller. Levi Moore tonight is 2 of 3. He's got a double to his credit. Stolen base, scored a run. Popped out in the second inning. Otherwise, he's been solid at the plate. And right now, Carl, a base hit could win the game. And we're going to have a new pitcher for the Pirates. Joey Meadows will come on. The Pirates just need 2 outs. And as Carl pointed out, this game has, despite the score, really been a statement about pitching and defense. The runs have come in bunches, but they've been isolated. Practically all of the offense in this game has either come in this frame, this half frame even, the bottom of the first and the top of the second. Some crooked numbers on the scoreboard, but you drop those 3 half frames off, and this is a 1-0 ball game in favor of the Pirates.
Yeah.
Meadows taking on a high leverage situation here too, Carl.
The last thing you want to do is hang your head. Still in it, 6-6, tie game. Anybody can, put runs on the board at this point, so you just want to keep your head in it and play a good defense. Of course, if you're the Royals, you want to continue to keep your head on the ball and try to put the bat to it and move the runs around.
And I'll say this, Carl, although this is 10U and Meadows is ready to go now. Here's the pitch to Moore. This one's going to be popped up. And will Moore have it himself, or Meadows rather? He's done it all night. Gives that one the glove. That's huge. 2 down. for Rory Webster. Carl, I was just about to say, Moore is the last batter in the Royals lineup who had an extra base hit tonight. There have been hits in the lower part of this order, but they've been singles, and you might be able to survive a single right now if it's not hitting to the outfield. This one going to miss outside. Rory Webster, 1 for 2 tonight. The lights come on here in Hutchison Park. Webster's also drawn a walk. Miller's going to take off on this, and he's going to go to third. No throw.
Sometimes the best play is no play.
That's right. Probably a good decision there not to try a throw. You hate to lose on an overthrow. Here's the pitch from Meadows. This one inside. Webster has drawn a walk here tonight. Drew a walk on a full count last time through. Struck out in the third inning, singled in the first. Right now, a hit wins this ball game. Rory Webster. Here's the pitch, and Webster fouls this one back. Gets a piece. Had the green light there. Meadows right now, he's looking to maybe induce a ground ball. He's got fine defense behind him. This one fouled back, and it's a full one, Carl.
Can almost guarantee any pitcher in this situation is going to want to try to end this inning with a strikeout.
Carl, this is a big situation here. This does not happen too often in the game of baseball where this pitch is it, 3-2. This one going to be outside. If that had been a strike, we would have gone to extras. Instead, it's a walk. Sort of an all-or-nothing situation there, nearly. Jet Bilpa, 1 for 2 tonight with a walk and a single. Runners on the corners. This one outside. Webster, of course, does not factor into this game. Miller is the difference. Big swing here from Bilpa, comes up empty. So the Pirates can ignore Webster if they so choose. 1-1 pitch. In for a strike. That was a big one. Now Meadows needs a strike. A strike here, and we go to extras. Meadows will come set. Here's the pitch, and it's up over Bilpa's head. And, of course, the Pirates do not need to worry about Webster. Certainly do not worry about throwing down there for him. 2-2. Meadows needs one more strike. And it's swung on by Bilpa, and he's down. And the Royals are going to leave, too. And, Carl, time and a half pay for us as we go to the 7th inning. Extra frames on the big strikeout. Of course, we wouldn't have it any other way here on the South Union Township Sports Network. 6-6 after 6. Interesting. We're going to the 7th now. And the Pirates will return to the plate. Here's who we have due up for the Buccos. Levi Scott, Wes DeWitt, Marky John. And when the Royals return to the plate, they're also in the bottom portion of their order as well. So extra innings baseball here on the South Union Township Sports Network tonight. What a game, Carl. My goodness.
I have a question for you.
Sure.
Is there a pitching limitation? Because I was thinking maybe it was 3 innings, but I could be wrong.
There is, and you're correct.
3
It
innings?
is 3 innings. Yes, sir.
That makes this game a little more interesting.
So, yeah, both teams have already sent at least a couple of pitchers to the mound here. We're going to see Declan Steiner take over for the Royals. He'll loosen up. Thank you for checking us out here on the South Union Township Sports Network. South Union Township Sports Network coverage is a joint cooperative venture with Township Supervisors Bob Schiffbauer, Rick Vernon, and Jason Scott, along with Armstrong and Breezeline Cable and our friends at CUTV, including Gary Smith. The 10U championship, it's certainly been just that. High-profile game, high-stakes game. Royals and Pirates, extra innings now. The 7th inning, 10U. Regular game length is 6 frames. 6-6 your score. Royals scored 3 in the bottom of the first, 3 in the bottom of the 6th. Pirates scored 5 in the top of the 2nd, 5 in the top of the 1st. Pirates have, generally speaking, led this game, swinging and missing Levi Scott. Steiner getting us started with a strike. Shadows now off the field, lights fully on, some cloud cover moving in. This one hit hard on the ground, but right to Miller, who's taken over at short. Thorough on to first. And a nice-looking play there. Levi Moore on first base gives that one to Glove, 6-3 on the putout. And now we're going to see Wes DeWitt. Declan Steiner just looking to keep the Pirates off the bases here. This one on the way, foul tip, 0-1. DeWitt tonight, 0 for 2. Struck out swinging on a full count pitch in the second. Struck out looking on a full count pitch in the fourth. Here's the pitch from Steiner. This one up high. And we'll go 1-1 to Wes DeWitt. Marky John steps out on deck. John tonight also 0 for 2. Steiner will come set, kicks and deals. Here's the pitch. This one's a called strike down low in the zone, 1-2. Steiner, who's been instrumental for this Royals team, both at the plate and in the field. This one gets away. Count is now 2-2. Steiner, of course, came up with the big hit in the previous inning, and then on an overthrow found his way home. This one's going to miss. Full count. Wes DeWitt has seen 3 full counts tonight, including this one. Payoff pitch on the way. Pitch from Steiner. Swung on, fouled this one back, stays alive. Royals looking to ascend to the championship throne. Pirates looking to have them walk the plank here. Swinging and missing. No, foul tip. Robert Newman says foul tip here. And DeWitt's going to get another pitch. And there it is, strikeout. Marky John will step up now with 2 down. Royals, of course, come to the plate in the bottom of the 7th, so the Pirates do not need to score here. They just need to replicate the Royals' defense and pitching. Marky John hits one. It's going to find its way through to center field, and John is on with a single. John now 1 for 3. Big hit. Pirates will take a run if they can make one happen. Sawyer Schaefer, 0 for 1 tonight. Drew a walk first time through. Struck out in the 5th on a full count. This one up high, but Sawyer went after it. 0-2.
Definitely don't want your nerves to get the best of you in a game like this.
Steiner needs one more strike to get the Royals back to the plate. Here's the 0-2 offering. This one's in for strike 3. Steiner strikes out 2, gives up the single. We go now to the bottom of the 7th inning. Royals return to the plate. We'll see Covert, Wolf, Rogers on the South Union Township Sports Network when we come back in just a moment. We'd like to thank our sponsors tonight, Smith Lewis Chess CPAs in Uniontown, Davis & Davis Attorneys at Law, the Sprouse Insurance Group, and Agent David Hughes, SWGI Specialist, now part of U.S. Digestive Health. United Bank, the UPMC Rehabilitation Institute, and physical therapist Jim Burns, and the South Union Township Supervisors Bob Schiffbauer, Rick Vernon, and Jason Scott. What a game it's been. Joey Meadows will stay into pitch here in inning number 7. The Royals dropped 3 runs on the Pirates in the bottom of the 6th to stay alive. They did that without recording an out. The Pirates really had to bear down. And get those 3 outs. Lincoln Covert is 0 for 3 tonight. He'll be followed by Weston Wolf. Wolf got the rally started for the Royals last time through. He picked up a single. He's 1 for 3. Brantley Rogers also 1 for 3 tonight. Covert, the only Royal so far yet to reach, and I'm sure the Royals would have no problem if he reaches here any way, shape, or form to give them a base runner. This one's going to miss. And, of course, this is a Pirates-heavy crowd here tonight. They're really pulling for Meadows here. This one also misses inside, and some grumbling from the crowd. 2-0. Covert hits this one sharply through the hole, and he's on with a single. And there it is. The opposite of the broadcast jinx. Covert picks up a single. He's 1 for 4, and now he is the game-winning run. The Royals just need to work him around. Meadows going to try to stop that from happening. Pitch here in the dirt, 1-0. Weston Wolf, who singled on a 1-1 pitch last time through, came around to score. 2-0, and here goes Covert. Off to the races, throw out to get him. Nicely played there by the Pirates' Eli Epley to cut that one off and not risk any further trouble. Stolen base for Covert. Lincoln Covert now in scoring position. Pitch from Meadows. This one going to miss as well. 3-0 count against Weston Wolf. Brantley Rogers on deck. Declan Steiner, who's 3 for 4 tonight. He's in the hole. This one going to miss. And now you don't need to worry about Wolf. He's not of consequence. Runners on first and second. Pirates still with life. Need to bear down and get it out here. Brantley Rogers 1 for 3. Here's the pitch to Rogers. He swings at it, and he goes down 0-1. Rogers, of course, also a big part of that rally. Delivered a single over second base. Came around to score. This one in the dirt. 1-1 to count. Covert staying put for now at second. 1-1 pitch on the way from Brantley Rogers. Up high. Count goes 2-1. Lincoln Covert, as he stands right now, is the difference in this ball game. This one is going to be popped up. It could be trouble. Epley's on his horse. He cannot quite get there. And the runner is going to be sent. It's going to be a play at the plate. And Covert is out. He's called out at home.
What a play.
What a play. What a throw.
Doesn't
My
get much
goodness.
closer than that.
Carl. What a tag for the Pirates to keep them alive. And this one is crushed. But right to the right fielder. What a play. They can double the runner off second. Even now, the runners are both sort of stuck in no man's land, but they both get back. Declan Steiner gave that one a ride. Really well hit ball.
Nice play by the right fielder.
Beautiful play. Here's Caden Rosner. Rosner 1 for 3 tonight with a walk. This one up high, and the runners are going to hold. Throw it out to Marky John anyway. John was ready to lay down the tag, too. Good-looking throw. This one misses outside. 2-0. So right now, Weston Wolf, who drew the walk, his run is the one that matters, and the Pirates want to discuss maybe some strategy here. They do not need to concern themselves right now with Rogers if these runners get separated. I'm imagining a situation where Wolf still's third. 2 out. Royals are explaining to their base runners with 2 down, you have to hold for no reason. There was a bit of confusion on that Steiner flyout. Great defense here for the Pirates.
Yeah, really, honestly. What a play at the plate.
Yeah.
Outfielders are looking pretty good for them, saving them right now.
And a good throw to get that runner. This one is going to be hit, And it's into center. This could be it. The throw from center field. It's big, and it's a good-looking throw to home. Off the mark, though. And the runners are all going to hold. Rosner loads the bases. Wolf decided to hold at third. Great throw from center. It was a bit to the left from our perspective. But now it comes down to Elisha Miller. Miller tonight, 2 for 4. He's got an RBI, a stolen base, and a run. He's also hit a double tonight. One of his 2 hits for extra bases. He's going to look at one outside. There's nowhere to put him. A walk is going to end this ball game. This one hit on the ground, but what a play! The Pirates will live to see another inning. Unassisted Levi Scott. Have a day for the first baseman, and the Royals leave them full. Wow. Nothing happening in inning number 7. And we'll go to inning number 8. Why not?
What a game. Talk about a roller coaster.
You are not kidding. So we're back to the Pirates. The Pirates are at the top of the order. And for the Royals, we'll continue to see Declan Steiner as the pitcher. Eli Epley, Dash Sparks, Joey Meadows. The 1, 2, and 3 batters due up for the Pirates. Incredible ball game. What more could you ask for? Inning number 8, 2 innings of extra baseball. People continue to show up. Hey, not only is it a game on a beautiful night, but right now it's the best game in town, and Epley hits one into left. And Epley wants 2. And he's going to think better of it and drift back to first base. Leadoff single.
Nice
and
hit.
The Pirates, yes, the Pirates have not generated much offense since Epley's last hit when he hit the triple and came around to score on a ground out. This one's going to be popped straight up into the air and out of play. 0-1 for Dash Sparks. Sparks tonight, 1 for 3, 2 RBIs off a double in the second inning. Epley, by the way, now 3 for 4. This one going to go outside, and Epley takes off for second. It's a good-looking throw, but he beats it. Throw was on the mark, just not out there in time, and Epley's going to pick up a stolen base. The Royals right now facing the top part of this Pirates order. This is where the Pirates have done their damage. This one's going to miss. Epley thought about it, now comes back. Top of the Pirates order has been very, very good tonight, but quite frankly, the last 2 times through, the bottom of the order has shown some life as well. Epley is in scoring position. Sparks with a friendly count. Here's the pitch from Steiner. This one is down low. Epley will go this time, and he's got another throw, uncontested. And Sparks draws the walk. 2 base runners now for Joey Meadows. Meadows is 0 for 3 tonight, but just a few weeks ago, we saw him nearly hit for the cycle. And the Royals would like to have a discussion prior to facing him again. Meadows struck out in the first and 5th, grounded out in the 3rd, and the Royals keep it quick. Robert Newman did not even start heading in that direction. Declan Steiner. Looking for the first out here at top 8. Meadows swings and misses, and off goes Sparks. Good-looking throw down to second base. Nearly gets him. Somehow he kept his left thigh on the bag. Now 2 runners in scoring position. As we like to say, a couple of ducks on the pond. We're going to say a couple of Pirates in the galley here. For Meadows, who swings and misses. And Meadows now behind in the count. Joshua Scully and Carl Childs here with you tonight. Hutchison Park, South Union Township Sports Network. Extra innings, 10U championship. This one misses. Game currently tied at 6. What a game it's been. This one going to be a ball taken outside to even the count at 2. Great crowd here on hand tonight at Hutchison. No activity elsewhere in the park, but plenty of people here at the Little League field. Count goes full for Meadows. Epley on third, Sparks on second. Steiner asking for a new baseball. Infield umpire will hand one off to him. Steiner, full count offering. This one misses. Bases are now loaded full of Pirates. And now Hudson Batorik, who's 1 for 3 tonight. Batorik doubled, scored a run, stole a base, grounded out in the 3rd, grounded out in the 6th. Bases loaded, nobody out yet here for the Pirates. Strike called, 0-1. Steiner will come set. Now he'll kick and deliver. This one hit toward us. Foul ball, 0-2. Royals need to start somewhere. They'll certainly take a strikeout right now, no question about that. This one's going to miss away. 1-2. This one's going to be popped up toward us again. Batorik staying alive. One-two pitch, going to miss and go 2-2. Pirates scored 5 in the top of the 2nd, 1 in the top of the 5th. Threatening to add. Fouled back, Batorik staying alive. Royals scored 3 in the bottom of the 1st, 3 in the bottom of the 6th. This one fouled back again. Batorik really making Steiner work here. Carl, I don't know if you've had dinner yet.
I made sure that I ate before I
Good call.
come.
It's nacho night in the Scully household, but I'm glad we're here. This one hit well on the ground to second, and it gets through. Epley will score. Sparks is going to get the green light, and he'll score 2 runs. Now maybe 3. Meadows going to push it home, and it's 9-6. Huge hit for Hudson. He's done that a couple times now tonight. And the Pirates have put themselves back in the driver's seat in the 10U championship, top 8. Extra innings. And some conversation happening here off to our right. The umpire seeing to some questions. Swinging and missing here, Noah Harris. Harris is 1 for 2. Drew a walk. Now 0-2 as Harris comes around. Harris walked in the 2nd, tripled in the 3rd, grounded out in the 6th. He looks at 1 in the dirt, 1-2. Cam Mancuso will follow. Mancuso on deck Nobody out yet. Swing and a miss. Now we do have one down. Baturk has made his way over to third base.
Lots of excitement.
Yeah, I would say so. The crowd really getting into it here. Swing and a miss for Mancuso. 0-1, just the one out. And Hudson Baturk in a situation where he could score on just about any contact, I would think. This one fouled back. 0-2. Mancuso looking to add. He's got 2 RBIs to his credit already, a stolen base and a run. He's going to look at one up high, 1-2. And more people showing up for this one. This time a couple of motorcycles rolling in. This one's going to miss down low. 2-2. Standing room only. I'm not even sure where these people were coming from at this point, Carl, but they just seem to keep materializing. 2-2 pitch to Mancuso, going to miss inside, and we go full.
Well, for those that are still at work and weren't able to catch the first half of the game, they got a couple extra innings to have a chance to.
I would say so. Everybody's got their money's worth tonight. Full count offering. Payoff pitch, swung on and missed. Back-to-back strikeouts for Steiner. And that's only 2 outs. Steiner, I think, thought that may have been third. That's only 2. Inning started off with Epley, who singled. Then Sparks drew a walk. Meadows drew a walk to load the bases. Baturk cleared them. He's on third base now. Levi Scott. Levi Scott 1 for 3 tonight. Had the beautiful play in the outfield. The Royals had the bases loaded. Scott, really at that point, it was his glove that stood between the Pirates staying alive and the Royals winning the championship. And he made it as routine as could be. This one he ducks out of the way of. Got to be high pressure, Carl. Certainly at this age. Great experience for these young people.
Absolutely, win or lose.
Steiner with the pitch, and he's going to get a 2-2 count. Looking for a third consecutive strikeout. Struck out Harris, struck out Mancuso. Now he's after Levi Scott. Here's the pitch. This one's going to be hit on the ground to short. Miller's up with it, throw to first. What a nice looking throw. 6-3 on the putout. Pirates get 3, 9-6. The Royals will be looking for an answer, and it will be Levi Moore who leads off the Royals. Then we'll see Webster and Bilpa. Your 4, 5, 6 batters due up for the Royals. They need 3 to prolong the game. They need 4 to win. And there's going to be some conversation now about the score. We have 9-6. Umpires answering some questions.
I also noticed we're approaching the 2-hour mark. Not sure.
That may be factoring into it as well, although I would assume in this particular game they would have to play on.
You would think. I'd hate to end the game early without a chance.
Continuation, I don't know if that's ever happened in HARC baseball before. I suppose if the clouds suddenly opened or lightning appeared, you'd have to have a continuation. I hope I'm not the official book in that case. That would not be good. I don't want that pressure.
Yeah, leave the pressure for the kids.
Levi Moore, Rory Webster, Jet Bilpa to face Joey Meadows. Meadows came on in a very, well, we'll say the most high leverage situation so far in this ball game. And he escaped that. Then he did some real dancing through the raindrops, but largely thanks to some very timely defensive play, he was able to see his way through it. And really, when you think about it, Carl, this game could have ended in the bottom of the 7th multiple ways. If you don't have the throw out at home to get Lincoln Covert, that was a very close play. That's the sort of play that I will go back and watch to see again because it was that close. Covert twisted to his left to try to avoid the tag. I actually thought maybe he had, but
it was close.
Yeah, we didn't have the backside view the umpire did, and this one is going to head into the crowd. Someone's going to get a souvenir, and a young man there does get one. Good-looking play to protect the sunroof as well. Levi Moore fouling this one back. The Royals, again, just need some base runners. Then you had the Declan Steiner shot into right. Again, I thought that could have ended the game. The ball was caught. Moore goes down 0-2. And then Miller hit the ball to first base, but it was really a strong bouncer. And if Levi Scott is just not as solid at first base as he was there, what a great play by him. I mean, I have a hard time not seeing that as the play of the game to this point to stop that Miller single from winning the game. This one misses. Although if the Royals end up winning this, maybe you see the Declan Steiner hit. And this one is well struck. Could be trouble down in right center, and the Royals, they want extra bases and into second base, and he's safe. He is safe ahead of the tag.
Close play. Nice hit.
Wow. And someone said, let's look at the film. And the Pirates are not happy with that call. Both umpires confirm safe is the call. Swinging and missing here, Rory Webster. Webster tonight, 1 for 2 with 2 walks. And he drew both of his walks on full count pitches. This one he chops back to the pitcher. And just in time, toss over to Levi Scott, 1-3 on the putout. Dead ball off the plate is going to be the call. Home plate umpire Robert Newman stepping in and saying the ball struck the plate, so it's a dead ball. And Webster's going to see at least one more pitch here. And he hits this one foul. Very sharp hit. Webster drawing some good contact. Rory Webster wears number 99 for the Royals. At this point, if you're the Pirates, you can trade a couple of runs for a couple of outs if you'd like to see it that way. This one in the dirt. I don't think unless Moore was to run directly into a tag, I don't think the Pirates even look at him right now. I think you'd go after Webster. This one down low.
Yeah, I would think you would definitely want to get the shore out and try to move the inning along.
Pitch to Webster. Swung on and missed. That's a strikeout. So we'll see Jet Bilpa. Bilpa 1 for 3 tonight with an RBI and a walk. Lincoln Covert steps out on deck. This one up high. Lincoln Covert, I'm sure he'll be wanting to go back and check this out again. He was so close to ending the game, come up with a big single, was worked around by his teammates, got all the way over to third, swinging and missing. Jet Bilpa. But credit to the Pirates because, honestly, 3 fine defensive plays, ball called here, have allowed them to be in a position to win the championship. 10U championship, Pirates, Royals. Called strike, count goes even at 2. South Union Township Sports Network, Joshua Scully, Carl Childs. Back in action tomorrow night. 2-2 on the way, and swung and missed. And the Royals are down to their last out. It's going to be number 6, Lincoln Covert. Lincoln tonight 1 for 4, swings and misses. The Royals are down to 2 strikes. Pirates looking to close this out. What a game it's been.
Sure has.
This one's going to be way out. Count goes 1-1. Weston Wolf on deck. He's 1 for 3 with a walk. Pitch to Covert, way outside again. Covert going to leave it. Lincoln Covert, if you weren't with us, he led off the 7th with a single, worked his way around. His teammates helping him get all the way over to 3rd. This one a swing and a miss, and the Royals down to 1 strike. 2-2 count. Joey Meadows. Here's the pitch. Way out, and the runner's going to try to go, and no throw. Stolen base for Levi Moore, his 2nd stolen base tonight. Full count. Any pitch now could be the last. Pitch from Meadows upstairs. Covert ducks out of the way, and Lincoln Covert has done it again. He's delivered when he's had to, and he's going to draw the walk. And here's the game-tying run. Weston Wolf, game-winning run, is now in the on-deck circle. Pitch from Meadows to Wolf. In for a strike, catches the outside corner of the plate. 0-1.
How about
Moore.
that? How about that?
That call?
No, that the situation.
Oh, yes. It looks like we're going to check on the catcher here and make sure he's okay. Yeah, this is big. Weston Wolf delivered a single back in the 6th. Walked in the 7th. Runner's going to move up. He's safe. 2 Royals in scoring position. So you would think if Wolf generates some good contact here, the Royals pull within 1. And Wolf, nearly hit by that one, had to jump out of the way, Carl. That was close. We have not seen a hit batsman yet tonight.
No, they've been dodging and ducking pretty well.
Pitch from Meadows. Fouled back by Wolf. And it's a 2-2 count. Brief conversation here between Meadows and the infield umpire. And now here we go again. 2-2 pitch. Meadows will come set. Delivery. Pitch on the way to Wolf. In for a strike, and that's going to do it. A big strikeout for Joey Meadows, and the Pirates have won the 10U championship. Here, your final score. 9-6. What a game it was. The Royals get 2 on in the bottom of the 8th. Extra inning win for the Pirates. And they, Carl, are your 10U champion. HARC Baseball 2025. The Pirates do it, and in dramatic fashion, really dramatic the whole game. And everyone shaking hands, and some congratulations all the way around. Coaches shaking hands. What a great game. I don't think anyone comes away here, Carl, disappointed. Both teams had a couple of opportunities, and truth be told, both teams had opportunities that they capitalized on, and they had opportunities that they let slip through their fingers. Both teams did. So even in the context of winning or losing, some really teachable moments here, but also you saw some young men deliver in some very high-stakes situations, to say the least. Pirates
Absolutely.
are your winners.
Yeah, it's hard to be disappointed on either side. Obviously, you want to win, but to just make it here and put up a fight, have a couple chances to possibly win, stay in it, you can't really be mad at that.
I don't think so. The Royals had a couple of really big innings, delivered when necessary. Declan Steiner, I'd like to think that his effort in the 6th inning, he will remember that for a very long time. And the Royals got help from their entire lineup tonight. Virtually everybody playing a significant role, and virtually every player reaching at least 2 times. The Pirates, of course, came up when they had to in the top of the 8th, and they are your winners tonight. And as we prepare now for the trophy presentation, 10U championship game here on June 18, 2025, Hutchison Park, HARC Baseball. The Pirates, 10U, emerged victorious over the Royals 9-6. A final word now from the South Union Township Sports Network. This network has been a cooperative venture with Township Supervisors Bob Schiffbauer, Rick Vernon, and Jason Scott, along with Armstrong and Breezeline Cable and our friends at CUTV, including Gary Smith, We'd also like to share a final word from our sponsors. Without them, this game could not have been possible. Smith Lewis Chess CPAs in Uniontown, Davis and Davis Attorneys at Law, the Sprouse Insurance Group and Agent David Hughes, SWGI Specialist, now a part of U.S. Digestive Health, the UPMC Rehabilitation Institute, and physical therapist Jim Burns, United Bank, and the South Union Township Supervisors, Bob Schiffbauer, Rick Vernon, and Jason Scott. Thank you again for joining us tonight on the South Union Township Sports Network. Spread the word. We're back in action tomorrow. The Pirates are your 10U 2025 champion. They defeat the Royals 9-6 in 8 innings, 2 extra frames necessary. And the Royals, your runners-up. The Pirates, your champions. For Carl Childs, this is Joshua Scully. Thank you again for joining us, and you'll hear us next time.